First, we need to get some vocab stuff straight. So if we have a triangle, here's how we would talk about different angles and their corresponding side. Angles we always label with capitals, like you can see, A, B, and C. And then the side that is opposite of it, or its pairing side, its corresponding side, however you want to think about it, the side that is opposite of the angle is labeled with a lowercase of like the same letter. So we have an uppercase A for this point and this angle, and we have a lowercase a for that corresponding and that opposite side. Okay? Same thing goes for B, as you can see. Same thing goes for B, and then the same thing goes for the letter C. So does that labeling make sense? Okay, we need to all understand that, otherwise we're not going to have a lot of fun with the law of signs here. Now, the law of signs says, well, let's backtrack for a second. If we have a right triangle, what do we use to find different sides and find angles? No. We use sine, cosine, tangent. Yeah, if we have a right triangle, we can use our SOHCAHTOA to find different sides and find different angles. That's what you all learned in geometry last year, right? Okay, so if we don't have a right triangle, then we can use either the law of sines or the law of cosines to be able to solve for different angles and solve for different sides. On 22 through 26, you will just need the law of sines, so I'll show you that first, and if we come across the law of cosines, we'll go over that tomorrow. But the law of sines says that if we take the sine of, oh, I switched the letters, sorry. Don't write this down yet. I switched my capitals and lower cases. If we have the sine of angle A, so if we take the sine of this angle and divide it by its corresponding side, hi, Mrs. Stone. They don't remember. Oh, thank you. We're reviewing law of sines and law of cosines because I think geometry was straight over your head.
If you had B in the spring, they may not have gotten to it.
Right.
Yes.
But they're doing good, remembering.
Oh yeah.
Well, picking up on it.
Which one? Law of sines? Which one are we doing now?
Right now we are reviewing law of sines.
Why is law of sines my favorite?
Yeah. Oh.
Why is it my favorite? What do I like to do?
Use calculator.
Oh.
X.
Cross multiply.
Cross.
Looking good, guys. Good. Perfect. Anyway, thank you, Mrs. Stone. Law of sines tells us that if we take, angle A, the sine of angle A, and divide it by the side A, it is equal to, or the same proportion as, the sine of angle B over side B. It is also equal to the sine of angle C over the side of C. So if we look at number 22, we have one angle, two sides, and we're solving for x in number 22. So how we would set this up is that the sine of 106 divided by, what is its corresponding side? 19 equals the sine of x over, what is its corresponding side? 13. So that would be our setup for number 22. Now to solve, we cross multiply. So we have 13 sine of 106 equals 19 sine of x. We would divide by 19. Now if you want to throw this in your calculator and get the decimal or get the number in a decimal, you can. But I would wait to punch into your calculator until the end, because then you're not having to write down all these decimals and keep track of all that stuff. So if we divide each side by 19, we have sine, or 13 times the sine of 106 divided by 19 equals the sine of x. Now I would punch this into your calculator. 13 times the sine of 106 divided by 19. Are you in degree mode or radian mode? We should all be in degree mode when we are using sine, cosine. The only time we should be in radian mode is if we are graphing sine, cosine, or tangent, like what we looked at yesterday. Okay. So now you need to take, to get x by itself, you have 0.65. We need to take the sine inverse of both sides to get x by itself. So if you hit second sine, that will give you sine inverse, and then hit second answer, that will just carry the decimal down for you. And the answer,
Just, like, hit the up arrow and hit enter.
that would work too. Yep. Second answer is second, and then you hit the little negative button at the bottom, not the minus, the negative.
It says error.
Error.
41.
41. Should be correct.
Where do you get the answer from?
Yep. 41.
41. Edward.
So that should be divided by 19. What? Just a second. Let me finish this. Does that even sound... Trey, you need something? Just give me 1 second. I'm about wrapped up here. I can walk. I'll walk over there. Does that even seem remotely familiar at all?
Yeah.
No. This is like a little bit, Kaylee.
You didn't even. Yeah, I didn't touch it. Like we got to solving triangles.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Well, you guys have done a really good job picking it up then, because if this is the first time you've even seen sine, cosine, tangent, then you guys have
Last
done.
year we barely started.
Okay.
It was all options.
Only if you were like maybe like
It was all options.
Okay. Well, sorry I didn't know that ahead of time, because we would have probably done a whole day review of sine, cosine, tangent, and all that kind of stuff. But you guys did a really good job picking it up. So credit to you.
Wait, so is it divided by the lowercase a? So, like sine capital divided by the
Yes. Yep. And I can put that back up here. But there is your. I mean, we had Mrs. Stone stop in and a couple other conversations, but about 8-minute lesson on law of sines. We spend at least a full day on that.